Mic check, 1 2 1 2. What is going on with you? Nah, what's up, y'all? Um, what's going on, my subscribers, my supporters, the people who's watching my videos? Salute. If you like my videos, um, hit the like button, I guess. But with that being said, I just want to get right into it. Now, my nigga Chris Brown, right? We all know Chris Brown. That's like the most best singer of all times. Um, everybody knows Chris Brown's situation with Rihanna. I'm not gonna get into that shit because I really don't give a fuck about that situation. And sometimes women gotta get a tap on. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to listen. But if it wasn't for that situation though, that nigga would be the biggest. He would be around. I mean, he is close. He is close to Michael Jackson, and I think he would be a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? If America loved him again, and the world loved him again. Um, that Chris Brown. He every year or every couple of years, he does his little his tours. That's how he make his money off his tours and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously he's blackballed, from the industry, the music industry, because of that situation. And America just won't forgive him because of that. But in other countries, he's good. You know what I'm saying? He could move freely, and they like him overseas, but not in America. Um, yeah, he has he had like a lot of tours, like the Fame tour, 1111 tour, all them tours, one of them nice tours. He just been touring. I mean, just like every other singer or rapper, they all out there. That's how they making their money, is just by touring and stuff like that. But also, Chris Brown, he does his meet and greets, and he's charging people 1,200 to meet him. Now, me, I'm not even going front. I'm not even going front. As y'all know, all my songs is all Chris Brown, because that nigga sings for he sings for the glory. Just like he sung on Mama, and every time I play that song I get a little emotional and Terry, because I think about my mom and all the good things she has done for me in my life. And just be grateful that your mom is here, because you never know, tomorrow is not promised. So he sung for the glory on that song. A lot of songs he sung for the glory. I got some fun songs, I got some sad songs, I got everything, you know what I'm saying, of that nigga catalog of music. Yeah, like I said, he's a great singer. I never heard a voice like his in my life. And he's my favorite male singers of all time. Um, listening to Chris Brown, he gets me through my days and my nights when I'm up and down, when I'm depressed. Like certain shit he talks about, he talks about his music, I can relate to it. The only thing I can't relate to it is him, with the nightlife partying consistently, 24/7. He always partying and smoking and being around bitches and models 24/7, and and strippers and parties and all that. I just can't. I know that shit is a headache. Being around that shit 24/7, and I told you guys I'm a big introvert. But you know, Chris Brown, that nigga always around like at least 10 or 15 people. So it's hard. It's hard to reach. It's hard to reach him and chill with him, you know, because he always got people around him and his bodyguards and all that. But yeah, yeah, he, you know, he's going around charging people 1200 to meet and greet him. Me personally, like I said, you know, I love my nigga Chris Brown, but I'm not gonna be paying no 1200s for a meet and greet. I'm like a regular nigga, you know what I'm saying? And I know if I was to try to meet the nigga Chris Brown and have a one-on-one talk with him, or just chill with him for like a day, we could just talk about bitches and have two bitches aside and do like a double date. That'd be cool. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, Chris Brown, he always have a orbit around him, just like with the females. Not I'm not saying Chris Brown's a female. I'm just saying like he always got like an orbit of people around him. Like there's always gonna be somebody around him. This hard to have to have a one-on-one conversation with that nigga, or just to chill with the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Um, like I said, I don't smoke, I don't drink, so if I was to chill with him, I'll tell that nigga, I'm like, listen, man, I don't smoke, I don't drink, but we could just talk about life, and that's about it. And have, like I said, have two bitches, in the living room. He had one bitch, I got one. You know what I'm saying? We all just chill, watch a movie, and that's about it. Or like, just do a double date somewhere. Just, have fun, act stupid a little bit. But, Chris Brown, he's a forever celebrity, like, for life. And, obviously his normal life is gone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand that. Because once you go to fame, there's no coming back. Um, but deep down inside, I know that nigga Chris Brown is depressed and shit like that, and like I said, in his music, he talks about it. You know what I'm saying? He talks about a lot of shit. If you could catch on to, if you could catch his drift in his music, if you can understand what he's talking about in his music, and yeah, man, I don't know, man. I just can't pay $1,200 to go do a meet and greet with Chris Brown, man. Like I said, because with the meet and greet, you gotta buy the tickets, and then his people is gonna tell you to go to the after party or the VIP or whatever you call that shit. That after the show, and that nigga Chris Brown gonna take at least like 5 hours to like get himself together before he come and do his meet and greets. And you go in there, you shake the nigga hand or whatever, you take a picture, and I think his people's gonna tell you like, don't ask him no type of questions. If you ask him a question or anything, you're gonna get, automatically you're gonna be kicked out. And I don't think you're gonna get a refund for your money. So they kind of strict on the meet and greet when it comes to Chris Brown. And that's why I don't want to, take a picture with the nigga, because I'm trying to show my nigga Chris, you know what I'm saying? Like, just for like a day, you know what I'm saying? But, like I said, that nigga he always having people in the, excuse me, he always having people around him, and it's just, I don't know, I just can't be around that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to his music, nobody ain't fucking with his music, man. And he been in the game for 20 years, and the people in the industry, they can't deny his talent. we all know Chris Brown got talent. You know what I'm saying? But when he was younger, his voice was kind of I couldn't really fuck with his voice when he was like 16 and like when he was in his teens. But as he got older, his voice kind of matured and it smoothed out, and now he got a glorious voice, a voice of an angel. And yeah, man, that'd be dope though. If me and that nigga Chris Brown could just chill with some, with two bitches, and that'd be dope. And not, him not having all his niggas around me, and that's another thing. Chris Brown and the niggas that he be around 24/7, I don't like them niggas' energy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they fake ass niggas, and they just around him, for his money and just for some stardom. You know what I'm saying? This would be in the cam. It's the one nigga, one of the, I think he Crip. One of his mans, he got the long dreads. He been fucking with Chris Brown in his entourage for years. I forgot his name, but I think they got locked up in the UK together. I forgot that nigga name. But I don't like his energy though. I feel like that nigga fake. But like I said, Chris have a lot of niggas around him. They all smoke weed, drink. Every time that nigga Chris Brown's in the club, he's always around people, and there's no way you could get next to that nigga unless if you in the industry. And in that particular industry, you gotta sell your soul, you gotta sign papers, you gotta take the oath, you gotta, that's any industry, any industry is like demonic, and y'all know what it is with that, with the one eye symbols and shit. I see it all the time in Times Square with the one eye symbols. But yeah, but $1,200 to meet that nigga Chris Brown, damn, that is crazy. I mean, I'm not sure if he's paying back his label with that money, or that's his like tour money. I don't know. But right now the economy is fucked up. Everybody's in fucked up situations, and a lot of people don't got money to be paying this, that, and the third. But like I said, I'm not going to pay no $1,200 to meet the nigga. But I'll watch his videos and his songs and shit. But anyways, I'm not gonna make this video too long. I just wanted to make this video on my nigga Chris Brown. Chris, if you're watching this video or whatever, I fuck with your music. You're a great artist. You sing for the glory. You just gifted, man. You just very gifted with that voice, and just continue to use it. I wish you would stop smoking weed and smoking cigarettes, but I hope I'll pray for that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you got a voice, bro. You got that voice, man. Just chill out with the drugs and all that shit. Because I know you're going through it. I know I know you're depressed like me, and I know, bro. Trust me, man and man. I know, bro. I know it's hard. You know what I'm saying? With the fame and shit, I know it's hard. You got fake ass niggas around you, fake people around you, and I know you see demons in your mirror at night. I'm gonna pray for you, Chris Brown. I'm gonna pray for you, my nigga. I love you. Keep on singing for the glory. And with that being said, I'll catch y'all in my next video. And I gotta say it like this: pray for me, pray for me, pray for me, pray for me, and I'm out. Peace.